Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube hop. Let's go down the memory lane. And we have a set of 16 amazing artists around the globe. And we have some fantabulous sponsors who are ready to give you amazing set of goodies and prizes. So this is Parvati Tripathi here from Paro's Craftology, and here's what I have made for you. Excited, right? I know. So let's get started. I'm using an MDF base here, and as you all know, for a mixed media project, the first step to do is priming your base. So I'm using white gesso from Pensive to prime my base. Once I was done with priming and the gesso was dry, I am now adding some crackle paste, I've already kept aside the embellishments that I'll be using. So there are some die cut elements, there are some wood embellishments, there are some clay embellishments. So the first step I am doing is heat embossing my die cut elements. So the embossing powder I am using here for this one is from Lindy's. The die cuts I am using here are mostly fantasy dies. I just love this particular die cut. To these die cuts, I am just randomly applying some Lindy spray. I just don't want them to be plain white, and I want some kind of interesting elements there. So that's a reason why I thought I'll go about with this technique. Now, why I chose Harry Potter? Harry Potter was an integral part of my childhood actually, and I was a voracious reader, especially when it came to fantasy books like Harry Potter. I started off reading with the Famous Five, the Secret Seven. I know many of you can relate to these names, and it's quite nostalgic thinking about those. The funny part about Harry Potter was the main release of the huge books. It always happened around our board exams, and still I never missed it. I never had a book of my own. That's another funny story. So my classmates used to get, and we had to book. There was queue on who'll read it first and who the book goes second, etc. etc. So I used to get it like third or fourth, and I used to finish off the entire huge chunk of books in 1 or 2 days. During lunchtime, during breakfast, late nights, name it and you have it. I was that crazy about Harry Potter. So yeah, that's about it. So what I did was I've colored all my embellishments, and now I'm adding some texture to my background using craft reed stencils. As you all might know, craft reed stencils are one of my favorites. They have a huge collection of stencils and beautiful stencils, and you name it and they have it. So if you don't have them, I strongly recommend that you try them out. They have amazing set of chalk pens, luscious chalk pens. So if you're a chalk pen lover, you must try craft reed chalk pens. Okay, now back to the project. I am adding some Lindy spray, and the color family I've chosen here is brown, orange and yellow, kind of the vintagey shades. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just highlighting the die cut piece with Firebird metallic wax from Pensive, and now on to arranging my embellishments. Just to add some more interest, I'm using an old page from an old book and making it a bit more weathered by using some distress ink. Mixed media project is all about, dimension, the various elements you are putting together, your composition. Somehow the flat compositions doesn't appeal everyone, right? So you should always try to add dimension, add height, and that automatically increases the curiosity. Not every element on your project is shown. There are so many elements that goes beneath your project, and that's okay. So the clay and resin embellishments I've used here are all from Prima Redesign. Die cut elements from Fantasy Dice. And I'm just layering and layering and layering. Sure, there are many Harry Potter lovers, and I hope some of you who are watching this video also have some Harry Potter memories. So if you do have any stories or anything, if this particular video did arouse any of your old memories, some nostalgic memories, do mention in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to know that I am not the only crazy one here. I know the world has a lot of Potterheads and Potter fans, but I'll be more than happy if any of you who are watching here are some of them. So adding more textures using art stones. The clock element I use there is for the time turner, if you remember, that Hermione Granger had. So I thought it symbolizes that, so that's the significance of that tiny little metallic clock that I added. Adding more interesting elements. Some micro beads were added earlier. Now I'm going to add some glass glitters. This again is from Finnabair, and no project is complete without some splatters, right? So I went ahead and added some white splatters and then some black splatters. Always cover your main photographs while applying splatters because it helps to prevent them. And no Harry Potter project is complete without Hedwig and the snitch, right? So I've added this Hedwig and now the golden snitch. And I've also added another sentiment stating that my childhood was made by Harry Potter books. And we are almost done. Time for a close-up and time for a music track change. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching and please don't forget to subscribe.